Good day, grade 10s. In our last lesson on sound, we need to learn a little bit about ultrasound. What you need to understand is people can hear sounds between the frequencies of 15 hertz and 15 kilohertz. That's 15 hertz to 15,000 hertz. Some animals can hear sounds above these frequencies, but the frequencies that we're going to be talking about today are between 20 kilohertz and 100 kilohertz. In other words, between 20,000 hertz and 100,000 hertz. So basically, we can't hear these sounds. Now, we use this ultrasound to make images, but let's just talk about how these images are formed. When the wave encounters a boundary between two media, in other words an edge between, for example, liquid and a solid, or between one type of flesh and another type of flesh, the part of the wave is reflected, part of it's absorbed, and part of it is refracted or transmitted. Okay, and that is how it works. Basically what we get is a part of pictures formed from that. So what is an ultrasound imaging look like? This is an ultrasound image. It's not a 3D one. Don't get confused. This is a perfectly normal ultrasound image. And what you can see is that there will be an ultrasound pulse which will go down. There will be a reflecting surface, and then it will be echoed back to the receiver, and you'll end up with an image, and that is the type of image that you will get. So it's a little bit blurry, and the reason it's blurry is because this is an ultrasound image of the inside of a body, and we do have a whole bunch of different types of liquids and tissues going on inside our body, so it will be a bit blurry. Why do we use ultrasound? Well, everybody knows about the typical uses. Firstly, we've got the use of pregnancy. We like to diagnose whether or not, firstly, whether you are pregnant. We can use ultrasound. Whether the fetus is actually growing normally. In other words, has little head working, growing properly, the hands, the arms. But not only is it used for pregnancy, it is also used for other types of medical diagnosis. And if you look very carefully in these pictures, you can see that here we're looking at blood flow, and there we're looking at different types of blood flow and liquid flow within the abdomen. So basically, and it can also be used to find tumors. So ultrasound is used mainly in medical imaging. It is used to diagnose pregnancy and also to check if the baby is growing properly. Yeah is an interesting image because you can see it's much better imaged than this picture here. And the reason for that is this is a 3D ultrasound, which is the latest in technology. Luckily, we don't quite have to learn how they make the 3D images this year, but please understand that this is exactly the same thing as this. They've just used a whole bunch of extra readings to get a nice, beautiful 3D picture. And that is ultrasound, grade 10s. I hope you've had a lovely day. Enjoy your day further. Bye.